I got questions. Here's 10 things that I want answers to. It's Tinfall Tuesday.
So if you like exposing truth and dropping truth bombs, then welcome to Tinfall Tuesday.
I want the truth.
Well, a big shazam to you people. I got a 10-pack for you today. These are things that I want answers to. The media, as well as politicians, as well as interested parties. No one is talking about this. I'm going to hand you these, but your job is to let me know which one raises the biggest number of question marks for you. Which one has legs? And then, if you want to, chase it. See what you find out. Let me know which one raises the biggest questions. I got a 10-pack for you. Here we go. Tinfall Tuesday, number 10. I got a question about Luigi Mangione's eyebrows. Luigi Mangione goes into New York City and then does what he does to the CEO of United Healthcare. They had that surveillance of him, the footage with the mask, and you see that. And then a few days later, random person in McDonald's calls it in. She's a worker at McDonald's, and she calls it in, quote, "I have a customer here that some other customers were suspicious of, that he looks like the CEO shooter from New York," she said with a little chuckle. However, the internet jumps on it and his eyebrows raise a major question. I'm raising eyebrows. Yeah, boo. He has never, and the internet dug deep into his social media, even back into high school, he has never trimmed that almost unibrow. But however, with a partially covered face, a mostly covered face, and eyebrows that are way gapped out, somebody 200 miles away told a McDonald's worker, "I think that's him." It doesn't add up. Number 10, I have a question about Luigi Mangione's eyebrows. Number 9 is all about Bill Gates. For a long time, years if not decades, he's told us we better eat bugs and get 15-minute cities and that carbon is going to destroy the earth. And then at the end of October, he turned around, did a 180 and said, hey, no big deal. He wrote a white paper and released it in late October of last year, 3 tough truths about climate. And I went through it. It's really long, super detailed, very scientific for a computer nerd. And he says, hey, no big deal. Carbon is not a problem. Why the big turnaround, Bill? Why the big turnaround? Number 9, I have a question about Bill Gates' about face. Number 8, the big man, Trump himself, campaigned on the campaign promise of no new wars. Trump, the America First candidate who pledged no new wars, now is looking into imperialism. This is maximum Trump, says Jill Colvin, Rob, and the Associated Press. Now, he said all that, and now we're right where we're at today on Tuesday, which is Venezuela, maybe Iran, and maybe Cuba, maybe Greenland. I don't know. It's a lot. Why the big turnaround? I got a big question about that one, and nobody will talk about that. We were promised and we voted on no new wars. I know people are going to type and bang away on the keyboard and say, well, it's a better choice than cackling Kamala. Both can be true at the same time. I can go, you know what? Hallelujah, fist pump. We didn't get Kamala, but also question mark. What about the no new wars, as well as the everything list on day number 1? I got a big question, number 8, on no new wars. Today's fun is brought to you by this one, brand spanking new. I got mine this morning. Only you can prevent tyranny. We've done this shirt a couple years before, but this one is brand new. It's been updated. Live free, die free. Only you can prevent tyranny. Link is right down below. You can find it over at TristarTrading.com. Number 7. This has been verified by the internet, and if it's on the internet, you know it's true. But this one looks like it's pretty well verified. I have a question. Why is the social media accounts of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, why, when they were created in 2008, was it created in Tel Aviv? Why would our social media for major governmental departments being created over in the Mediterranean? Why? Number 6. Who killed the Boeing whistleblower? His name was John Barnett. Y'all remember all of this stuff that unfolded? He got into a big squabble, and then bang, somebody got him. Boeing whistleblower John Barnett found dead in the U.S., and nobody talks about it. Almost 2 years ago, in March of 2024, no one will talk about it. What's going on with our airlines and all of that? And there's more to that, a lot more to that. Number 6, who killed the Boeing whistleblower? Number 5, 2 years ago, we just passed the anniversary. Whoever they are, the powers that be, discovered a series of tunnels underneath a religious facility in New York City. It's from TMZ. Solid reason. I know people are going to roll their eyes. That is a solid research. They do pretty good stuff. Of course, they're biased, but secret tunnel found under synagogue sparks chaos and uproar. It's a wild ride, and the media will not talk about it. Why? I don't know. But the footage unrolls, which was done on the street with cell phones, they found down in those tunnels, they found these poop-soaked, what looks like it, mattresses, as well as high chairs and children's stuff. 2 days later, literally 2 days later, 2 days, the holes in the tunnels were filled up with concrete. That's a wild one. Before an investigation can even be begun, they filled up the tunnels with concrete. That's a wild one. I don't even know if you can order commercial level of concrete, that amount of concrete in 48 hours, let alone what about the investigation? Number 5, what about the New York City tunnels? Number 4, nerd alert. What happened? I don't know how to say his name, but Nuno. What happened to Nuno? He was an MIT professor. This is not super sexy. People don't talk about this, but he knew something. Nuno Loureiro, professor and director of MIT's Plasma Science and Fusion Center, dies at 47. In his 10 years at MIT, Loureiro helped illuminate the physics occurring at the center of fusion vacuum chambers and at the edges of the universe. A lot of folks don't know this. 99% of all matter in the universe, 99% is made out of plasma. That's a major, like almost all of it. Very little of it is solid, liquid, or gas. This guy uncovers and does a breakthrough, publishes everything. Most of his work, at least that he got traction with, was on plasma. And then he's offed, and it's a wild one. Who got him and why? Number 4, what did Nuno know? What did he know? What did he know? Number 3, this is an interesting one. I hollered at somebody I'm close to a few minutes ago and was talking about it, and he had never heard of it, looked it up. He goes, oh my gosh. Who's lighting the fires in Argentina? For 10 years, including this year, tourists have been coming to Argentina and to Patagonia and lighting fires. Why? Found this one today. Arson in Argentina. Tourists lighting fires, grenades found. Authorities issue $30,000 reward for information. You can go down that rabbit hole. Saw some stuff today that actually Michael Henry sent me and showed me some stuff that's over 100 years old about a plan possibly to recover or take over some land in Argentina. Looks like this plan's been here for a long time. Number 3, who keeps lighting fires in Argentina? Who's doing that and why? Number 2, why did they destroy the courtyard where Charlie Kirk assassination took place? This is at the Utah Valley University. Y'all have seen that. And within a matter of days, this is important, asterisk, important. Before an investigation could even take place on the grounds, this is a crime scene. I would say the most significant crime scene in recent American history, and they tore it up, and students were taking videos of it. They tore it up and re-poured concrete and redid it. Why? Why did they do that? That's a wild one. Verified fact. They did construction there almost within just several days. I think it was in less than a week. They tore the courtyard, redid the concrete, redid paving stones and all sorts of stuff. Why? Why? Number 1, this is a wild one, and this should be, if it's not, it should be on your radar. How does a 30-06 not have an exit wound? The official story that we were told on Charlie Kirk is that it was a 30-06. There was no exit wound. To the point, the next day, a lot of media sources almost immediately started releasing these articles and calling him a Superman. Surgeon calls Charlie Kirk the Man of Steel, reveals miracle factor that likely prevented more from being hurt. That is fact. There are so many areas around this entire assassination that we have questions about. One thing we know that is fact is the official narrative is a 30-06. 2, no exit wound. Those folks that do ballistic stuff, and I have threads that go wild on my phone literally every day. Everybody says the same thing. It's an impossibility. Number 1, how does a 30-06 not have an exit wound? Which one gets you going? Which one bubbles in your brain the most? And what have I missed? I'm skimming the surface here. There's maybe 1,000 of these we could do. What do you have questions about?
Welcome to Tinfall Tuesday. We hope you sing along.
You want answers? Diabetes.